guys, what's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Rides. I'm back here at Jaguar Clearwater because guess what? We have it first. This is the lightly upgraded 2021 Jaguar F-Type Coupe. But before we dive into this first edition, let's talk a little bit about Jaguar history. This iconic British brand has been around since 1922, if you could believe that. So many great models, XK120, XK140, and of course, those legendary D-Type Jags from the 1950s that brought home the big victories in the most prestigious of all endurance races, the 24 Hours of Le Mans. Now, what's wonderful about this F-Type, it has a direct connection to a car that really is a standout for the brand, the Jaguar E-Type Coupe. When the E-Type first came out, Enzo Ferrari, the father of Ferrari, laid his eyes upon it. He said it was the most beautiful car he had ever seen. And fast forward to 2021, this F-Type really has some super sexy lines. I really feel it's an underrated sports car in this segment. But why don't we go ahead, let's dive into this 2021 Jaguar F-Type, see what's been changed, but see what stayed the same to really bring that tradition of all that great engineering and style. Right off the bat, the lines are absolutely gorgeous. The way it just sits here, it looks like a piece of art. Now, new for 2021, the whole front fascia has been redesigned, including headlights. Very, very slim, super slim on the headlight housing, everything blacked out. You're gonna, of course, have LED headlights, LED daytime running lamps, those J swoosh design that's becoming a brand identifier for Jaguar, believe it or not, is that J shape there. And of course, LED turn signals as well. I really like the way it goes all the way to the end of where the front fascia meets the fender. Now, as you drop down, you're gonna get a little bit of flat black here. The good news is that this is a functional side air curtain, and there are a couple holes here to make this vent functional. I like the split level, this dual level going on, and I really think that from an aesthetic standpoint, let alone a performance standpoint, this splitter area that extends the metallic silver really does a great job with the sanitary black on this particular one. Now, as we come across that grille area, this shape, go look at the Jaguar E-Type, go look at other Jags. This shape is iconic. It's a brand identifier for Jaguar. Of course, you're gonna have the logo in the center, that cat that's about to bite you and rip off your head. Flat black. I love the way they stamped F-Type here. And I think it's so smart that they made a cohesive color decision, went metallic silver. But this front splitter is gonna help give you downforce and scoop air into that front radiator area. Now, as we go up onto the hood, you can see the body lines. They start very subtle and get very prominent. As we go onto the hood, you're gonna have two functional heat extractors. Love the shape, love the design. It looks like a cat. I wanna pet this car. That's how beautiful it is. Now, as we come around the bend, what are we working with? Wheel and tire setup. Now, this has optional 20-inch wheels. These wheels are an option, 20-inch. The gloss black with the metallic black on this particular car are drop dead sexy. These, of course, are Pirelli P0 tires, gonna help give you great stick, great overall reliability and wear. You're gonna have your pistons up front, your calipers, 4-piston calipers with the Jaguar logo there. This being the first edition and not the R model, that's the brake setup that you're running, but definitely a great look with the wheel and the color on this one. Now, as you go into the fender, now this part is the hood, and it has that backwards opening hood that goes all the way back to the early Jags. I do like this treatment on the side, this metallic silver. This little side vent, I'm gonna zonk though, it's not functional. I wish it was functional, bring out some of the hot air, but I do like the way they brought the Jaguar logo into that design element. Mirror caps, same color. What's nice is that the door handles are flush. Obviously, when you go to get into it, that's where the door handles pop out and allow you to open it up, and the mirrors are gonna then fully extend. When you're done, you can kind of lock it up and that will all get tucked back in. Now, down below, you're gonna have that Side sill extension, painted the same color as the splitter up front. I love the way it flares out towards the rear. And this car just has a beautiful just flow to it as you come to the rear. Now, speaking of the rear, on the tire setup back here, you're actually gonna have a little bit thicker, wider wheel to get the traction to the ground. So you're looking at a 295 on the width, 30 series sidewall, absolutely just gonna give you that connectivity that you want when you get on the throttle with this being rear wheel drive. Now, one of my favorite parts, besides the front, is gonna be the back, right here. This rear fender and the way that the rear pillar comes down, that way it flares out, it just has those curves that are just undeniable. We get to the back, you have your Jaguar cat there, the Jaguar badge, the rear glass, very, very nice shape, of course. This section here at speed does pop up to form a spoiler, which is nice, because when it's just sitting here, everything is tucked in. We drop down, you're gonna get your new rear fascia. So we have full LED taillights. They redesigned the taillight design. You got your F-Type badge there, and then you're gonna have your massive rear diffuser area in that metallic silver with a nice large central exhaust. But why don't we go ahead, let's open up that reverse opening hood and see what's powering this F-Type. All right, guys, time to open up the hood. Like I said, classic connection to the E-Type. Underneath this hood, you do have a large engine cover. Now, with this particular model, what we're looking at is a 2-liter inline-4 turbocharged engine, 296 horsepower, 295 pound-feet of torque. It's all mated through an 8-speed automatic transmission, ZF 8-speed, 0 to 60 in about 5.4 seconds. The car weighs 3,351 pounds. MPGs, 23 in the city, 30 on the highway. What's wonderful, like I said, you have 2 other engine options. The engine cover is very, very tasteful. I'm glad that they went a little bit larger just to kind of take up the space, because this being a smaller engine, the 2-liter inline-4, I could clearly see where the turbocharger is located, which is very nice for an enthusiast, but everything else cleanly routed. Why don't we go ahead though, let's fire up this 4-cylinder turbo and see what it sounds like. All right, guys, we're inside the 2021 Jaguar F-Type. Let me open this up and let a little bit of sun in. I know you're probably saying, well, Joe, this thing is sexy. You are so correct with that analogy. How much is it? So MSRP, the way that this one is optioned, which it has optional color paint, the wheels, this glass roof, you're looking right around $79,000. Let's see what you get for the money. Now, I love what they've done with the door panels. They upgrade them beautifully. You have all the seat controls nicely up top, easy to get to. That brushed aluminum trim is very classy. The white contrast stitching really makes it look the part. I even love that texture design that they're doing with the leather. This one has the optional Meridian sound system, and you do have a pocket down below for a couple British scones. So that is good news if you get hungry in your F-Type. Now, when you get to the interior, the leather work is amazing. All over the place, the stitching. You push this nice little Jaguar button there, that drops down your glove compartment, and this has felt lining so you're not gonna scratch your gloves. Close that up, we have our AC. Now, what's interesting is I have the AC on, the vents are exposed. You turn the AC off, the vents drop down. So that's a very nice touch. This being 2021 First Edition for this new refreshed design, you have your stitch work. This is a 10-inch infotainment system, navigation, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. You hit your home button, you could have your 3 different screens set up. We could go into cameras and you could see what we're looking out back. You're gonna have that protection 360 degrees. I love the way the AC controls are easy to use. Dual climate, of course, very nicely done. These toggle switches, super sexy, super tasteful. There's your start stop button. You do have a 12 volt, and then this is gonna be that ZF controlling that ZF 8-speed automatic transmission. You have a mode selector switch here that allows you to go through different drive modes, and I'll show you that when you come to the business end. Electric e-brake, and then nice flat black. We open this, there's your 2 cup holders, and then you're gonna have more of this beautiful stitching. It's as hard as an old British scone, but you know what? You open it up, you have some felt lining there, so you could put your class ring, maybe your girlfriend's class ring so that your wife doesn't find it, keep it in there. 2 USBs, a 12 volt, close it up, seats right out of a race car. 1-piece back. I love the Jaguar Cat, that beautiful design from the door panel, the stitch work, bolstering is great, nothing too obnoxious, which is wonderful. And then of course you're gonna get full power for the passenger and the driver. Speaking of the driver, I got plenty of headroom. Even with this glass roof, you got the nice Alcantara. This is actually meant to simulate Jaguar First, so you could pet this. It's like petting a real Jaguar. Glass roof, you can't open it, but it does allow a lot of nice light in. To shut off the AC, you just hit that button real easily, and that's really nice setup. Stitch work is great. Come on over. Oh wait, Tom, show them. See how the AC vents have dropped down? Nice and sleek. I love this metal panel there, but I'm getting hot, so I'm gonna turn the AC back on. Voila, there you go. Only in a Jag. Come on over to the business end, because there's some changes over here you gotta see. All right guys, business time. Behind the wheel, I love the first edition nice aluminum plate that they put. You can see the bolstering isn't too obnoxious. It's a little higher on the back portion. Steering wheel is right out of a Jaguar race car. Love the stitch work. You got that nice little identifier for top dead center. Super soft, perforated. You got the cat there, flat black on the buttons, and you have nice large paddles to go up and down that 8-speed automatic transmission. Even on the hood here for your gauges, it's got the Alcantara with the stitch work. And speaking of gauges, look at that, 12.3 inch. That's new for 2021, 12.3 inch. You could go into your different drive modes. I love the TFT display, tack in the center, speedometer, and then you could go through the different modes. So as you can see, if you hit some snow or ice, you could go into that, or if you wanna go full sport, you go down in the dynamic mode. Really, really love the layout, super clean. You got your navigation in there. I think that really brings it to another level. But why don't we check out the cargo space and see how usable this Jaguar F-Type is. All right guys, one of the best parts about this sports car is that if you are trying to discuss why you need one of these with your significant other, this is a great selling point. This will help you win the debate. It's got a wonderful electric hatch. So you hit the button, electric goes up nice and smooth, plenty of room. So you could tell your significant other, you'll go do the grocery shopping, you'll go pick up your son or daughter from school, and the great news is you got this awesome room back here to be able to carry a lot of different things, and that's what makes this sports car so flexible. From England, you push the button, it closes down nicely, but if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's take this 2021 F-Type for a spin. All right guys, we're in the 2021 Jaguar F-Type. Love being behind the wheel of these. Really just a unique experience you don't get in many sports cars. But on throttle, 8-speed drops down, and we are off and running. The sound in the cabin definitely is synthetic, but it does give you a little bit more of a engaging feel behind the wheel. This one, especially this one having the 4-cylinder turbo, I think it's smart. I think it's smart to have the different engine options instead of shoehorning everybody into one. But stay tuned, because we are going to be bringing the R. They did drop the SVR. You just have the R, but that gives you that over 500 supercharged horsepower. Visibility out the front is actually really good, and out the back it's excellent. I thought that way that the hatch kind of slanted down very sharply and the glass wasn't really the largest, you have really great visibility. Side mirrors work awesome, look awesome. Inside, the materials are great. I mean, they did a great job, especially around the infotainment system, and especially this 12.3 inch display. It's to die for. It really, really is. The 8-speed shifts very, very smooth on throttle. Rear wheel drive, remember. Here we go. A little bit of pop from the exhaust. I'll tell you, you get up to speed very, very efficiently on the brakes. Good feedback. I like the nice pedal feedback that I'm getting, but on the brakes, into this right-hand bend. Nice, look at this. Back on throttle. Really, really nice overall. And the bolstering, I actually wish it was not higher, but just a little bit closer to my body. I kind of feel like it's not really hugging me. I'm moving around a little bit before I hit the bolstering. So either I need to wear like a winter jacket or something, or the bolstering, I wish you could just kind of tilt it in a little bit. Plenty of headroom though, even with the optional glass roof, plenty of headroom in here. I'm gonna go ahead and put it into manual shift mode. The way you do that is you just take the shifter, slide it over to the left, and now you can use those nice large paddles. You have your gear indicator smack dab in the center, so it's easy to see. And because I'm in sport mode, everything is red, of course, because red means race. But here we go, on throttle. Nice. With being able to use the paddles, it definitely makes it more engaging in here for sure. Look at that, really smooth. The shifts are fast. The sound is great. On the brakes, feeling good. Downshifting, fourth, third, second. Really nice, good turning, very quick, very crisp. Holds the line super well. The weight of the steering is right on the money. Look at this, into this nice right-hand sweeper. Just carry the speed around. Back on throttle. It feels phenomenal in here, phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. All right, I wanted to take a look at how this Jaguar F-Type rides on the highway. Just to give you an idea, you know, if you're using this as a daily driver and you do have that work commute, I'm gonna keep it in manual mode. I actually like driving it a little bit more in manual mode, shift mode, than full automatic. That's just me. But really, really smooth in here. You do get a little bit of road noise from those Pirelli P0s, but you're getting good sound from the back and very smooth. The seats are comfy. So if you're worried about getting squeezed by these seats, you're really not. The seats are very, very comfortable. And everything is laid out so smart. I like the old crap handle for the passenger there. That makes it fun for them to be supported in the seat while they're holding on for dear life as you're cornering the cars. But the thing about the 4-cylinder is, yes, we don't have the most horsepower we could get in an F-Type, but you don't have as much weight over the front wheels. So that really made the steering that much quicker and that much lighter, which I really did like that when it comes to this particular F-Type First Edition that we're driving. But the visibility is great in here. And I think that it's a smart option to go glass roof, because if you want to have that little extra open airy feel, you can. Or if you don't, it has a wonderful shade that you just keep closed and no sun is peeking through. All right, guys, we're gonna do one more right-hand bend. I really want to showcase the balance of the car. So we're gonna make a right here, downshifting, using those paddles. Really, really smooth. Into this right-hander. Here we go. Really holds the line nicely, look at that. And of course, those meaty rear tires is gonna help you keep that grip, keep that stability, get the power to the ground every time. But I'm pleasantly surprised with the changes that they made, especially with this cockpit, and definitely with the exterior. The exterior, especially with the black, looks so sexy. I know exactly what Enzo was thinking when he saw the E-Type. Great weight in the steering. Excellent weight in the steering. A little bit of pop from the exhaust is nice. Super smooth. Really, really digging this F-Type. We need to bring it back. We need to bring it back to Jaguar Clearwater. So we'll wrap this one up and I'll see you in a split second. All right, guys, been another amazing time here at Jaguar Clearwater. Definitely got to thank Chris, Phil, and the rest of the crew getting us this fresh off the truck 2021 F-Type. I think that Jaguar did a great job fine-tuning some of the style and then having the 3 different engine options. I know this one was the 4-cylinder turbo, but stay tuned because we will be bringing the supercharged V8, and of course you have the V6 as well, and it's unique. I think that's the thing is that everybody's gonna say go get a C8 Corvette, but if you want something that's gonna stand out that not everybody has, this Jaguar F-Type definitely checks off a ton of awesome boxes. But if it's sports cars like these you want to keep seeing on the channel, leave a comment in the comment section. If you're new and you're on your way out, hit the subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. Come back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Radies Rise family. If you want to help us keep making great content just for you on the channel, click the link in the description. Get yourself some Radies Rise merch. Got to give it up to my British friend, Tom Moschner. We're going to go and get some fish and chips after this review. So thank you, Tom, for your hard work. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.